What's happening? Hopefully you're all well. I'd love to say quick update video, to be honest. I mean, I just made a video there. It was fucking 25 minutes long, and for some reason it just ended up getting corrupted. So I'm literally just going to try and smash through it. But yeah, I'd like to say a quick video. I know they always end up taking the piss, but yeah, it was about 25, 26 minutes long. It ended up getting corrupted. So I'm just going to start again and blast through it. Really, I've got a fair bit I need to speak about, and I don't really have much time. Yeah, just very busy at the moment, but yeah, going to try and get this out. If I do miss some bits, I do want to try and make it very informative, but if I do miss some bits, then I'm going to obviously make a video. On the weekend, I will be bringing obviously the altcoin videos out as well, because I've obviously got a lot to sort of touch upon the alts, but I'm going to try and keep it quite precise and just get through it without explaining the same thing 6 times. So it's a little bit more to the point. I really would watch the whole thing as well. And if you haven't, I would actually go and watch. Where are we? I would actually go and watch this video. It's my pinned tweet, and I still have the exact same view as well. With obviously the halving theory, I personally don't think once it comes in. I personally think that once it comes in, we're already going to be at the highs. We're already going to be pretty much at the top of wave three. ETF probably is going to get obviously launched at the top of the wave three as well. And yeah, that's pretty much it. But if you can like, comment, subscribe, share it about, because they do take the fucking piss to make. And then yeah, I'm just going to sort of jump in. All right. So just going to quickly start off with Bitcoin. So obviously we've got the breakout. Obviously, we was mentioning we was a little bit like and ahhing. If you remember, we have obviously been saying for ages that this is a flat. So obviously, us getting the absolute bullish move is just giving us more context and more sort of confluence. And do you know what I mean? It's actually an expanded flat. I think so. A, B, and C. I actually think it's an expanded flat. And that's normally what you get for wave. That's normally what you get for wave twos as well. I've actually mentioned this plenty of times. I mentioned it all the way through here as well. But so yeah, what I want to see is just literally just keep chugging up. I don't really think we're gonna have it's literally just gonna be up only. You got an expanded flat, and if like with an expanded flat as well, you know it normally does precede an extension. So you can normally come to like the 1.618 or let's say like sorry the 2 or the 2.618. I mean, if I'm honest, let me just put this down here. If it is obviously without log scale, you're going to be coming up to here or up to here, but to be honest, I don't think it is. I think it's going to be on log. This channel looks a little bit better as well in terms of log, but again, we'll sort of see how it pans out. I mean, yeah, we could just make a big 2 till the end of the year, 3 and then 4, then 5, and then this maybe sharp down comes back down here to about 40, then absolutely goes parabolic. But I think it's gonna be a little bit better than that personally. I think it's going to be more on a log scale. This probably comes up to 1.618 here, or obviously up here, and then yeah, as I've shown obviously in previous before, I do think that we're going to have something like this. So obviously we've been speaking about this for quite some time. We've obviously been speaking about the expanded flat ABC since the bottom, but wave 1, wave 2, I think the top obviously for this as well comes in, and I'm speaking very fucking quick. I'm not even taking a breath, but yeah, I'm trying to smash it out as quick as I can. I think the top comes in near the back end of next year, but then Ethan also just going to continue to run. But as you can see here, this is going to be the top pretty much around the ETF time and around obviously the bollocks halving theory that everyone thinks. So what I don't want to see is you break this, invalidated, because you've broke obviously the base channel, you've come back down. Not only that, you have obviously broke this major level here, and it's just a deviation, false breakout, you come back down into the range. I don't think that happens. I personally think that we're just going to keep chugging up. I know obviously we did obviously have this mainly as a flat, and then when we was coming up, it's like, right, this looks corrective as hell. So ABC, but to be honest, this could just be a 1-2-1-2 where you've got wave 1, wave 2, wave 1, wave 2. Normally I like to see building momentum, so like that, instead of a smaller wave 2 and then a deeper second wave 2 without you go, and I'll show you a few charts in a second. But yeah, it could be a 1-2-1-2-1-2, and then this is just going to keep going like this up till probably, I mean, look, you've not really got much until about 40k, to be honest. There's not really much stopping it now until about, yeah, I'd probably say about this level. Like you've bust through this, you look like you're obviously tapping this as well. If you just sit here and just keep chugging up, you don't really have much until obviously this level here. Let me just quickly add. So you don't really have much until I'd probably say, honestly, like these two levels. Where is it? I'm just going to stick it there. You don't really have much until these two levels, so this is probably where you're going to come into if you do. Probably just keep pumping, come up to here, then maybe make a 2, and then just sort of keep pumping to the upside. The way that everything else is looking, it's not showing any signs of weakness. Everything just looks like pure strength, really. I mean, look, this is a little bit short. I mean, if you put like a trend-based fib time on it, I like to see this really come to a 1.618 or 2 or 2.618 wave 2 of wave 1, but again, you've just got an expanded flat. It does sort of fit because you've got wave 5 extended inside of these waves. So like it can't be that fucking, do you know what I mean? Big compared to all these. It is going to be a lot bigger, but yeah, if this didn't stop until here, then you've got another one too. This is going to go well into 2025. So now it does look like it's going to be the end of 24, early 25, probably mainly near the end of next year. But I do think that maybe this is a 1 2 1 2. You got 3 4 5 4 5. Come up to here, maybe make a 2. Obviously retest this level, and then it's just going to sort of be plain sailing. And what I do think is going to be happening as well, in fact, I'm just going to quickly finish this off and then so once you've got your 1 2, you're just going to sort of keep pumping to the upside. And then you're going to sort of come back either to the edge of this channel, as I've shown before, or come back to the middle base channel. And then obviously you've got one more push. This is going to be the 6 months of sideways that we've been mentioning here. So if you remember here, we've said we're going to range for about 6 months after the obviously bullshit halving, which is going to be, when's the halving? In April. So yeah, around here, I think personally we're already going to be at the all-time highs. People think that the halving, like before, I think it came in, was it here or something, or here? And obviously before you've come in somewhere down here as well before obviously you had your major pump up. It's just a load of bollocks. It's literally like, it's just mass psychology how the markets work. It's not Bitcoin chops everything in half and literally we get less block rewarded and the market's pumped. That's bollocks. Honestly, it's absolute bullshit. But yeah, you obviously want to just keep seeing you break this right, then yeah, this is just a standard deviation. And to be honest, that is so unexpected. I do just think it's not really going to have much of a pullback. It's just going to sort of be up only, to be honest. I really, really do. But yeah, that's sort of that. In terms of this as well, there's going to be parts where let's say Bitcoin stalls out a bit here, this is where you're going to have alts absolutely pop. ETH is going to obviously just probably be popping as well. It's going to be coming down, but also popping. All right. Yeah. All right. See, that's sort of what I do think is going to happen. Same with this. So this is obviously Ethereum. This is what I think is going to be happening. This is a lot more ahead than Bitcoin. So again, with this is perfect. So 1 2 1 2, and then it's sort of going up. Like what Bitcoin, what I just showed on the really low time frame is like 1 2 1 2 and then go. I like this second one to be a little bit more sideways. So obviously you can see it's building momentum. As you can see here, a little bit sharper. You've come from a very bearish period. You've come up, you've tapped the previous wave 4 of 1 lesser degree, which was the previous triangle, which obviously we were speaking about this as well. Heavily shorted here, made a shitload of money as well. Very nice trade. But yeah, came to the previous wave 4 of 1 lesser degree. You've come back down to the 0.764, and then you've just built momentum the whole time. So as you can see here, 0.764 tap, and then this has actually come point to the 0.50 pretty much as well. So yeah, and obviously you can see that you've just got building momentum. So you've come up, you've come up, you've come up, and it's just turning now to just go absolutely parabolic. And this is going to be great. Once you break this high, it's giving more confirmation. You break this high, and it's just going to absolutely open the floodgates, in my opinion. And it's just sort of going to be non-stop. And again, this is what you're going to be getting. Like when Bitcoin goes sideways, Ethereum could obviously just be starting its pump, and then they're all just going to keep going. Like liquidity will be swapping, and I did actually mention this as well. Where is it here? Let's have a look. Oh yeah, we showed the long positions as well. I've been long since 31.4, and I'm just going to keep adding to the positions. I was actually long from about 25.5k. I just keep adding to it, and I added heavily early, and I've just added heavily again because I'd rather just get in the market. Once you start waiting and being patient, the market just keeps pumping. You end up chasing, and you're just getting worse than you were going to get in anyway. Right, but yeah, like this, the way liquidity is going to be changing between Bitcoin, ETH, and alts, it's just going to be changing the whole way up. Like even when this is sort of going sideways, I think Bitcoin is going to be going a bit sideways, but that's when Bitcoin's going to be pumping as well. I know it sounds mental, me saying that, but yeah, I think it is going to be yeah, the sort of swapping liquidity. What's very interesting is if you remember, we was down here. We actually showed the Bitcoin dominance chart. Obviously, this is leading diagonal, and we've obviously been expecting this pump. I've not actually moved any of these. These have just stayed. All right, but that's what we was expecting. But yeah, it still looks good. But I still think this is yeah. I do think it's probably still going to get a bit more of a pump on, but it's sort of coming to its top now. Like this to me. Look, is this a triangle anymore? Like, is this an A, B, a C, D, like A, B, C, D, E, and then go? It's starting to actually look like it's not. So we could have actually been wrong on this. But what this could be is a wave one, wave two, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, wave four here. So this wave four actually being here, this could be a truncated fifth wave. This could actually be this, and you could have just had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and you could have actually just had a truncated fifth wave and it being a triple top, which is normally a very bearish pattern. But yeah, it's interesting to see. To be honest, it's what is good about it is let's say this is your high of wave five, right, and this is just coming down. This is a 5 wave move, so this could literally just be like an a B could be coming up near the mid next year, and then this comes back down for a wave C near the back end of next year when Bitcoin just sort of pumps. But yeah, I don't know really, and then that sort of goes, and that's because that's going to be wave one. That's going to be a wave two. This has obviously got a lot more to go, but yeah, to be honest, I'd like this to sort of be the bottom. I mean, I really would like us to have a strong bounce here and Ethereum and alts really pop, and obviously liquidity change a little bit. But again, yeah, I can't really tell just quite yet. But we have had two actual really good bounces on here. Good bounce here. You've obviously slammed back down. Good bounce here. Are you going to obviously just come back down here and then just keep rolling and then pump up? Hopefully you do. If you break this, it's obviously another sign. Keep breaking these highs. It's going to be more of a sign that obviously the liquidity is going to be changing more into the alts as opposed to Bitcoin. But honestly, the market looks absolutely great. I feel like I had a lot to speak about, but because I'm trying to rush it, I'm forgetting a lot of shit. But what else am I wanting to explain? 1 second. All right, I just want to sort of pause it. I don't really edit the videos because they just take the piss. So, all right, but yeah, I'm going to go more into. I will be making altcoin videos. I will. I was doing a little bit of a cut at the moment, so I've just been 12 weeks of just sort of dieting hard and losing a fair bit. I ended up losing like 12 kilos, so just obviously trying to get in good shape for summer. All right, but yeah, so I've just been fucking battered all the time, and to be honest, I couldn't really be arsed making videos, so that's why I've just been a little bit slack. But I will be making the altcoin videos throughout. I'm just going to quickly jump to CRV. There's a lot more I need to speak about, but to be honest, I've got a lot of videos that I can make, and I'm going to make another one on the weekend, so I can address a lot of stuff there as well. But honestly, this looks great. So like I say, you don't want to see a break of this level. You see a break of this level, then it's not looking good. But to be honest, the way it's all looking with obviously Ethereum, how are we going to come down here if Bitcoin is not going to come down here? If Bitcoin is primed for an absolute pump, so is that. Obviously, we showed you Solana as well. This is what we're looking at for Solana. Obviously, this, and then obviously this. This is obviously pumped as well. You've got a double failure swing low, so 1, 2, 1, 2. I know it's probably a running flat, but you've still got two swings, and we broke the high. So I am actually going to be waiting. Normally, I like to add here with a stop down here, but I'm actually going to wait for a bit of a pullback because this could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 or a 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, and then you come back down a little bit. And if you do, you do. But I am just going to wait with Solana because I do feel like it could come down a little bit. It could just keep pumping. And I know I've obviously just said that I'd rather just get in like I did with Bitcoin and Ethereum because you can just sort of miss a meat of the move. But yeah, I've already made a great fucking long positions on Solana. I actually ended up getting out of my position on Sol when we saw this breakdown. I did actually expect this to be an ABC. I did actually get out before the pump, but is what it is. Can't win them all. We've obviously been making a shitload. We ended up making like 25 grand on CRV the other week, so yeah, it was good. Right, let me just go to this. This is looking great as well. So if you remember me showing, all right, where are we? Where are we? Oh yeah, I just want to quickly show this as well. This looks good. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Probably coming into a top here, and we're going to come back down. So if you've seen previous posts, obviously we've been expecting this to come down and obviously take a decent bounce. We did actually get resistance where we obviously thought we was going to find resistance, couldn't break it, resistance, come back tested it as support, and then off you pop. So are we going to come back down and just sort of test this region and go? I'd actually like to see us fail and get a deviation. I'd actually like to see us either keep pumping, then come back down here and go, or if this is coming into its ninth wave now, obviously 5 with an extended third, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 5, something like that, then I'd like to see us come back up, maybe deviate below this, deviate, have a nice deviation, and then obviously off your pop as well. So, but yeah, CRV looks great, and obviously if you look as well, what we've been seeing, where is it? Let me just quickly get it up. Obviously with the test. So if you remember with this, obviously just your standard Wyckoff really, and it looked great. We was expecting this right at the lows. Obviously we ended up getting the turning momentum, come back down, swept the liquidity. Obviously nice sweep, literally bang on where we thought. And then obviously we've come back down, tested, and then that's when I was saying that was probably the bottom, because obviously we had the owner of CRV, Michael, hopefully, well not hopefully, nearly getting liquidated, but the test has actually come back down a little bit more than expected, but it still looks good. Let me just quickly go to, why is that there? Oh yeah, this is it. So we've actually come back down a little bit more for a bit more of a better test. Instead of this being the test, obviously like we showed here, we actually came back down and swept it again for a little bit more of a better test. So you've come back up, had a nice little test. Again with this, how's this just going to keep eating shit when we've obviously got the whole, pretty much all of this move pretty much bang on as well. It's been good. Everything's been great lately, and obviously when you're sort of doing all right at the moment, when you're doing all right with it, it's good to obviously have the confidence and belief in yourself that you are gonna, obviously you're not gonna keep doing great obviously with predictions and stuff, but yeah, everything's been going great so far. So if this does come back up, let's say we come up here or even here, I'm expecting something down here, maybe test that 3, 4, 5, then you've got a 1, 2, 1. This is probably just going to come back down here, probably retest this region. 1, 2, again you've got building you've got building momentum. 1, 2, 1, 2, and then it's just going to be absolutely off your pop, just like I showed obviously on this as well. So you've got like a 1, 2. Wow, I actually didn't even know that this 1, 2, 1, 2 was here. But yeah, like even this, look. So 1, 2, 1, 2, and then obviously 3, 4, 5, and then 4, and then 5, and then you're out of it then. Obviously they've confirmed that the bottom's in. I still do think the bottom is in. I'm going to wait for a retest. I did actually be honest, I've fucked up a couple of times just on this, just with a couple of trades. I did some insane trades, just ended up, just a couple of trades, just this and there, then ended up, yeah, missing the bottom of this, but it's fine. Literally just wait for a retest down here, and you literally catch an absolute fucking monster meat of a move. But I am going to go through altcoins. Obviously on Wednesday next week. They will be, yes, I will be just going through all the main alts. But that's pretty much it. I had a lot to talk about, but to be honest, I can't really remember much. It's mainly just about liquidity is going to be swapping and obviously going between, but there's going to be a lot of new money in the market because this is going to absolutely pump. And obviously in time as well, we're going to have a lot of time for a lot of new money and a lot of new capital to enter the market, because obviously we're going to keep pumping till this has got well into 2025, in my opinion. Like, this isn't just going to happen overnight. Like, this has still got months. Like, we could literally just range now for a week or two, then another pop, another range, another pop. Like, it's not just going to be sort of absolute up only. Doesn't mean like this is like a third of a third wave. It's the most aggressive part of a wave. This isn't your wave 4. We're going fucking higher. This isn't a retrace. Like, even if you put it in comparison to this, like it's not a retrace. We're not just doing an A, B, C. What we could do, we could A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, come up here, and then we could fall. We could do that. Could be an A, B, C, and that could literally just be in this big leg up. It could just be Ethereum and alts going parabolic, but I personally don't think that's going to happen. I do think, though, with the way that Bitcoin dominance is looking, it does need a bit of a pullback, and I think Ethereum, because it is entering this major sort of move of its extended, it is ahead in its cycle, but these waves are thicker, so this is actually going to be a lot longer. Like, this has done 1, 2, 1, 2 in the same time of this has literally just done, like, that was at the bottom of Ethereum, right? This actually made a new low. So this actually put it ahead in terms of its cycle, which makes sense because it's going to obviously pump, and then the money's going to, again, when you come up to this massive 6 month sideways, like we obviously showed here, whatever it is, obviously, like we said, 6 months sideways, and be sort of exit liquidity a little bit. When we start going like a big triangle before we come here or here, this is going to be a major alt season. Like Bitcoin dominance is going to be flying down, Ethereum, Bitcoin is going to be going absolutely parabolic. This is just going to range while the alts go absolutely fucking nuts, and then everything is going to pump into its fifth wave because there's not really going to be that much of a percentage left. If this is let's say about here, and we're going to go up to, it's got like a 2x left. It's literally just going to be exit liquidity for the big beans, and literally all of like the new retail are just going to be entering Bitcoin, where all of us, obviously that's what I'm going to be telling you guys. Well, not telling you guys what to do, but if you've been following, yeah, I would personally be, I'm going to be fully out of Bitcoin. I will not be in any Bitcoin. I will not be in any Bitcoin until this point, and I've said this before. Until the top of the third wave, I'll be fully out. I'll be in this trade until the top of the third wave, and then I'll be fully out of Bitcoin, and I'll be swapping all my money into the altcoins and Ethereum for this 6 months. And then I will take a trade to obviously catch the Bitcoin move, but it's not going to be nowhere near the size that I'm in now. I'm in like the position that I'm in now is ridiculous compared to what's going to be up here. I say that, but I'll probably make a trade plan that's going to be a bit juicy. But yeah, that's pretty much it. But yeah, I know hopefully it's a little bit informative of what's going to happen, but I forgot a few bits just because I'm sort of just rambling on and trying to get it done as quick as possible. But yeah, if any feedback is obviously greatly appreciated as well. But if you can like, comment, subscribe, and share it about, because they do take the piss. And yeah, sort of thank you for watching. And I'll bring another one Saturday. And I know I keep saying it, but I will be more consistent now that I'm not doing fucking 2.5 hours in the gym most nights to loads of cardio, this and that. So I've got more time. All right. But yeah, peace.